What's the nicest thing anyone has ever done for you? When I was 14, I was shown love during one of the darkest moments in my life. The previous month, I had been driven to a mental breakdown and was placed in a psych ward by my abusive parents. They had tried to have me committed for the long term, but my caretakers in the ward approved to have me released after the minimal stay of 19 days. The 2-hour ride home was completely silent. When we got home, they didn't say anything, or even look at me. They just went into their bedroom and closed the door, while I went up the stairs to my room as well. I hadn't spoken to any of my friends since I was committed. They didn't even know what had happened. I wasn't supposed to go back to school for another month, as I had been scheduled to spend time in outpatient care, which was basically another psych ward, except I wouldn't be sleeping there. I enjoyed taking a shower and finally being alone, but when I was finished I just stared out my window and felt incredibly empty. I was on a massive amount of antidepressants, antipsychotics, and anti-anxiety medications. The leaves had just dropped, so everything was very gray and bleak. I wondered whether I'd be better off dead. Then I heard my mom coming up the stairs. I jumped to my feet and waited for her to open the door and start yelling at me. Instead, she told me in an irritated voice that my favorite teacher, Mr. Cohen, was on his way to come pay me a visit. I instantly choked up with happiness and watched the cars until he pulled into the driveway. He didn't say anything at first, just enveloped me a tight, warm hug. He had brought me fresh Indian samosas, my favorite, and 2 fat envelopes, one filled with cards, drawings, and little notes from all my classmates and best friends, and the other with all the schoolwork I had missed while I was away. I couldn't wait to go through it all. Then he said, "Let's take a walk." We went down one of the forest trails near my house, and I told him all about my breakdown and what I had experienced in the psych ward. He was intensely sympathetic, as his younger brother had been committed when they were teens and he used to visit him there a lot. He reminded me that I was free now, and that in a couple years, if I worked hard, I could get into a good college, far away from my parents. He said he would help me do this. It was so incredibly uplifting to be reminded that someone cared about me enough to do all this, and that he was here to listen to me and help however he could. Before he left, he even asked me if I wanted to come with him, if I wanted to try and separate from my parents legally, but I was too unsure of my experiences and felt that it would only make things worse for me, so I said no. During the next few weeks, he helped me get out of partial care earlier than was scheduled, and coached me and defended me against my parents and the other teachers as I struggled to get back on my feet academically. With his continued support, I was able to get into a school several hours away from my family, and when I chose to cut all ties from them and move across the country to start my own life free from their toxicity, he aided me in finding a car and a good job to support myself. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.